A federal high court sitting in Lagos has convicted and sentenced 9 foreigners for stealing about 3,423 metric tons of crude oil from Nigeria. The convicts are 5 Filipinos and 4 Bangladeshi nationals. They had been intercepted by the Nigerian Navy on May the 26th, 2015, while trying to export the stolen product loaded in their vessel. Our judiciary correspondent Shola Shoyeli reports.
The vessel and its crew were intercepted by the Nigerian Navy ship Beecroft during a routine patrol in Lagos on the 26th of March. Upon interrogation, the captain or any of the crew members could not produce any relevant document authorizing the lifting and destination of the petroleum products they had on board. They were arrested, and after investigation, the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, on the 18th of June, arraigned the 9 foreigners and their vessel, Mt. before Justice Ibrahim Buba of the Federal High Court on a 4-count charge of conspiracy and illegal dealing in petroleum products, an offense contrary to and punishable under Section 17 of the Miscellaneous Offences Act of 2004. When the charges were read to the accused persons, they all pleaded not guilty and were granted bail in the sum of 50 million naira each. Trial commenced on the 23rd of June, and the EFCC called 6 witnesses in proof of its case against the foreigners. 6 months later, the court arrived at a guilty verdict. In handing down the sentence, Justice Buba said he was satisfied that the EFCC proved its case beyond reasonable doubt. The judge said the evidence of the prosecution witnesses were not controverted, and the failure of the convicts to supply evidence that they had a lawful permit to deal in crude oil further strengthened the prosecution's case that they were trying to export the stolen products. Justice Buba reaffirmed the court's commitment to send a strong signal to Nigerians and non-Nigerians alike that the country had laws and the laws were enforceable. He then sentenced the convicts to a jail term of 5 years each on the 4 counts, with an option of a 5 million naira fine for each count. The sentences are to run concurrently, and the convicts can either choose to spend 5 years each in prison or pay the option of the fine at 20 million naira each. Their vessel, Mt. and the cargo on board are to be forfeited to the federal government of Nigeria. Shola Shoyeli, Channels Television News.
To politics now, where the People's Democratic Party may be facing its biggest leadership crisis this year, as a federal high court in Abuja has ordered the acting national chairman of the party, Uche Secondus, to vacate his position within 14 days. The judgment was given following a suit filed by a former special advisor on political matters to former President Goodluck Jonathan, Ahmed Gulak. Justice Hussein Baba said the party had zoned the position of the acting national chairman of the party to the northeast, and therefore it cannot be occupied by Mr. Secondus, who's from the south-south. The court ruled that Mr. Secondus is illegally occupying the position of acting national chairman of the PDP. Counsel to Mr. Secondus, Paul Isaiah, says he will appeal. Meanwhile, the National Publicity Secretary of the People's Democratic Party, Mr. Olisa Metu, has raised an alarm over what he describes as plans by the federal government to silence him as spokesperson of the opposition party. Briefing journalists today, Mr. Metu called on the All Progressive Congress government not to use state power to settle personal scores.
In the last 7 months, as opposition spokesperson, I have been hounded, harassed, intimidated, and threatened severally. In order to avoid personal and family pressure, I had refrained from bringing them to the public domain. However, on account of recent information available to me, I now have cause to believe that the federal government is desperate and may have finalized plans to silence me.
We move on now, and the Anambra State government has reopened the reconstructed portion of the Nkwo flyover that collapsed owing to erosion. Residents in the affected area had cried out to the state and federal authorities to help fix the affected portion of the road. Addressing residents who gathered to witness the event, Governor Willie Obiano said the road will bring relief to road users during the Yuletide.
This was the state of Nkwo flyover in Anambra State few months ago. Collapsed and almost dividing the road into two.
Watch your back as you move.
A situation which gave the state government and residents sleepless night.
We are entering into Christmas, so if this erosion be like this and this road stays like this Christmas they cannot see where to pass. Hold up will be everywhere.
People that will come in the night will not know that such a thing is happening, and they will damage their life just like that.
It all attracted the attention of the federal government, who promised to reconstruct the Nkwo and Onitsha-Owerri road. Now the story has changed. The state government decided it could no longer wait for the federal government's intervention and has fixed the road, which is now ready for inspection.
I'm happy to let you know that with our little resources, this work we started barely a month ago, we have already concluded. Why we did that basically was to make sure that our people coming home for Christmas will not have challenges with the road. This road and the next one we are going to in Ihiala area, the total amount the federal government is owing me on the works we did on the federal road is over 30 billion. I'm using this opportunity to please ask the relevant authorities to please assist us, because we need money to do other projects that we are doing.
Governor Obiano's train moves to the newly rehabilitated Onitsha-Owerri road to also inspect it.
This road that I'm about to declare open now, will ease traffic during the festive period, because this is a major road that links us to Imo, Abia, and Calabar, across river states and what have you. So it's a very major road. I'm happy that the contractor did a great work here.
Residents also appreciate the good work done so far.
My people are so much happy with the government. Our working governor, Chief Dr. Willie Obiano, we stand for him. He's for us.
While residents and motorists who ply these roads will begin to have a smooth ride, the state government is hopeful that the federal government will reimburse it for the project.
And back here in Lagos, the state governor, Akinwumi Ambode, has reassured residents of his determination to tackle crime. He said this while addressing Lagosians at the town hall meeting on security. Governor Ambode promised to judiciously utilize the state's resources, including the tax fund, to empower security agencies in the state.
The Lagos State Security Trust Fund is a public-private platform that serves as an intervention agency that steps in when there are critical and immediate needs. The town hall meeting, now in its 9th edition, allows members of the fund to review security efforts in the state in the previous year and propose solutions to complement the funding of security institutions operating in the state. It's only a few months since a new board was instituted. It says it has made some significant achievements.
Further to its role, since our last town hall meeting to June 2015, the fund has infused 14 vehicles into the system for various police divisions, the Lagos State Police Command, and Operation Mesa. This is in addition to the scheduled provision of fuel for the maintenance of RS vehicles and the provision of diesel for the daily operations of the Marine Police and Navy.
In the course of our operation, a total number of 216 different types of guns and large quantity of charms, axes, and other objects of violence, as well as gun fabricating machines, were recovered from armed robbers.
While explaining that the 4.8 billion naira recently used to equip the police came from taxpayers, Governor Ambode said that under his administration, such funds will be accounted for and utilized to safeguard the lives of those who have chosen the state as home.
So those of us who have been contributing our taxes and paying our fees, we have actually apportioned part of the money that we have used to pay to the IGR of Lagos State to donate those equipment to the police.
Combating crime has been a major concern for the state government in the past few months. It, however, believes support from the private sector will necessitate an effective collaboration to confront security challenges facing the state.
When the news at 10 returns, federal government advised to be cautious over 2016 recurrent expenditure plan. So join us again.